Hello everyone and welcome to yet another YouTube video from the amazing, wonderful, the very good looking and talented Vento Black 3. Yes, today we'll be looking at the new patch update, going through all the changes in and out of game. As you can see, there's a bit more to patch 5.12 than most people thought. There's actually an insane amount of character changes, and these will all be present in this video. I won't make this too long. We'll go through the patch notes now, and I'll display what these look like in game. Real quick now, I'm also going to just include a screenshot of what my night market looks like, just if anyone cares about that. Yes, I did buy the Reaver Phantom. It's a cool skin at me. Okay, Spectre changes, agent changes. Let's start with the agent updates. First of all, unexpected, Breach. Breach's ultimate will now require one more kill. I don't know why you're buffing Breach. I never see this character. He's gonna get played even less now. Annoying as ultimate, but I'd rather the character gets played than not at all. We've already gone through the chamber changes, but just to go over them quickly, your Q is now worse to spam. You've only got one single teleport anchor. Your anchor has less health, which I didn't know. Your C now takes way longer to activate, but its health has been increased to 20. Your ultimate now fires way slower, and your slow is now much more healthy for the game. The trapwire health once again has been increased. This is a really good change for Cypher. Doesn't really change that much. Just means that you now need to fire 2 shots to kill the trapwire with the classic, a frenzy, or a stinger, because these are the weapons that deal less than 20 damage per bullet. Fade, health decrease, amazing enough. Please, yes, Fade is a powerhouse. This is not enough to make her weak. High Tide, very good buff. Very good buff. His E is now a really good ability. He's always been an okay character, but these buffs are going to make him a very good character now. Probably not top tier. He's still just hanging around. If you've seen the tier list video, he's still hanging around the one-trick pony category, where people who play Harbor a lot will really benefit from him. He's just not a character that can be picked up and played easily, my guy. That's the truth. Cascade, duration increased from 5 to 7 seconds. Once again, really good quality of life buff. His E, oh, they're buffing a lot of abilities. Interesting. Ultimate points increased from 7 to 8. Ouch. That's actually always a really rough nerf when a character has that happen to them. Really healthy buff. Once again, 2 shots from a classic frenzy or a stinger. Killjoy, lockdown health increased. This is wow. This is disgusting. That's actually so good, because now it means that Sova's ultimate is going to have to hit all 3 shots on the Killjoy ultimate to take it down. Wow. I think this also means that a Raise Grenade... No, the Raise Grenade can still destroy it, but other things won't be able to destroy it as quickly. So yeah, really crazy buff from Riot to make Killjoy good again. Nano Swarm, this is going to be really annoying. Like, if you only have... Like, if in a pistol round, the Nano Swarm is about to be so strong. Paranoia cost decrease, good buff. Omen is still gonna be like a worse smoker than most characters, but decent buff, I'll take it. I think this means that you can now buy full abilities and keep your classic and have Paranoia. And you get to keep a bit more money, but not a lot. C cost decreased, not that big of a buff. Good quality of life buff, not really gonna make the character infinitely better. Raise, Boombot health decreased, ooh. Ooh. All of that is a nerf. Ow, wow. RIP Raise Boombot, my guy. Okay, blast back health increase. So I'm seeing a trend. What Riot is doing is they're making all information gathering, displacement, or certain abilities that usually can get killed in one shot, not be killed in one shot. The only one that hasn't seen that change is actually the Leer from Fade and Sova's Arrow yet. We'll see. Fortified delayed increased. Okay, so this means that it'll take longer for the freeze to go off as it lands onto the ground. Self-healing, nerfed. Wow. So, yeah, now it's way better to use on allies. Way worse to use on yourself. Like, only 30 HP. Wow, right, you might as well remove that now. Like, that's almost pointless. There's no reason for this to be in the game. You might as well buff that to more. So that will heal you back to full health now, no matter what health you're at. But you might as well buff that a bit more and just remove that altogether. Yeah, there you go. Sova's Recon, health increase from 1 to 20. Standard buff. Trailblazer cost increase, interesting. just means that she will. Also, it's probably better to get heal of pistol round now instead of getting the trailblazer easily. Regrowth C, cost decrease. Good, yeah. So there you go. They're trying to push the heal, remove the dog. That's what they're doing. Viper's Pit, smoke integrity regen time. What does that mean? I'm not entirely sure what they mean by that. Oh, okay. What this means is that now, instead of taking 5 seconds for the entire bar, so when you play Viper, as you walk out of your smoke, there's a smoke integrity bar at the bottom. That tells you how long you can be inside of the smoke before the smoke of her ultimate goes down, dissipates. The regen time for that has gone up to 25 seconds for the full bar. That means that Vipers are now really being pushed to stay inside of their ultimate smoke instead of going outside. Now you can only be outside for 8 seconds, which means the integrity bar is going to drain faster. And once again, her ultimate has been nerfed. Now it takes 8 kills. Really, really strong ultimate. Gate Crash, E. Yeah, that makes sense. You don't want to waste bullets on it. Pretty good. Cost decrease. Nice. Nice. Once again, quality of health buff. Nothing really... Nothing really bad. Like, whatever. It's really a whatever. Concuss, near sight, detained. These are the unique blind abilities and other abilities in the game. So what this means is that now there's a 3-second gap before they will blind or affect allies, basically. Assist tail. Oh, okay. So no. I misunderstood that. What this means is that now these abilities will actually provide assists for longer, for 3 seconds instead of 2 seconds after anyone has hit by them. So all of these just mean that if you're a character that isn't directly playing an entry fragger, you will now get way more assists for using your blocking abilities. Features that now output damage will universally damage enemy objects that can be damaged, exception are made for skies, trailblazers, and Cypher Trap Wide only deal damage to 2 players. Yeah, so the output damage will now universally damage enemy objects that can be damaged. So any Raise Nade, any bullets from Killjoy's turret, any ability that can actually physically deal damage that is thrown out will now damage Killjoy turret, Killjoy ultimate, Sage Wall, everything. This means that now Molly's and Phoenix's wall can damage the Sage Wall. Yes, there you go. What did I say? Incendiary now damages everything. Is there the Sage Barrier? Yeah, there you go. Sage Barrier, 0 point. All of the abilities are now being damaged by that. Oh, interesting. So Orbital Strike can now take out Chambers E. That's cool. Yeah, as always, Hot Hands, any Molly ability in the game will now damage, what's it called? Damage a utility. Yeah, they really good voice line. This is for people who don't use voice chat. Really good buff. Whenever KO hits people, he'll now say how many people they've been hit. Fragment now damages Fate Prowler. Interesting. I don't know if that would be useful, but nice that it's in the game. Once again, Killjoy Nanoswarm. Yeah, Fate Prowler, Pain Shells, Fate Prowler. So Fate's Prowler now takes damage from all sources. Silver's ultimate can now be used to damage the Reina layer, which is a really interesting one. And Fate Prowler and Chamber Rendezvous. This means that Silver can now take out Chamber's TP with his ultimate. And because it only has 60 HP, it can be taken out in literally one shot. Same information, they can damage everything now. Aftershock now deals 100% damage to non-players. This means, yeah, so they nerf the damage that all of these abilities deal. So instead of now dealing bonus damage to whatever they can damage, they will now deal a standard or decreased amount of damage to utility. I'll leave this on the second screen for a second just so everyone can read the statistics. I'm not going to insult your intelligence by reading you out the numbers. I mean to ally damage. Okay, Rendezvous. So allies can no longer destroy Chamber's Rendezvous and Trademark. This means that your Trap and your TP can no longer be taken out by any abilities. Cypher Spy Cam cannot be taken out by abilities. Pretty much every ability that could previously be destroyed by an ally can no longer be destroyed by an ally. This is insane. It's unbelievable that Riot has waited so long to make these quality of life changes in the game. That is insane. Alright. Overperforming amid to long ranges, crowding. Okay, good. Spectre nerfs. Fuck the Spectre. All my homies hate the Spectre. Good nerfs. Basically, overall weaker at mid to long ranges. Good. Really good. Still strong enough to take out all utility in the game, though. Swiftblade Beta is out. Sick. So, quickly to go through it. 5v5 unrated, but it's a first to 5 round instead of first to 24 rounds. This is going to be really cool. I feel like this is the answer to, what's it called? This is sort of Riot's answer to people complaining about how long it takes to level up accounts. Instead of having to play really long games, if you've only got like a few minutes to play Valorant, or if you want to level up your account a bit quicker without having to play Deathmatch and get a bit more XP, well, there you go. You've now been given Swift Play. Think of this as the ARAM of Valorant. Really interesting game mode. I thought they would go for 10 rounds instead of 24, but instead they went for 9 rounds in total. So, yeah, 9 rounds in total. After 4 rounds, they switched to sides. Really interesting, really cool. I don't know how it's going to do. It might actually, in my opinion, become more popular than unrated, just because people like a really quick dopamine hit. Really good game mode. Congratulations, Riot. I actually really like this. 2 ultimate points. Okay, so yeah, it's literally just the same as unrated, but now everything is slightly more overpowered. Be decayed by Viper for a short period of time, then RAM fixation was suffer, was able to place drop eyes on the glass. Okay, these are just bug fixes. I'll leave this on for a second for you guys to read. And yeah, that is all for this patch. I will now cut to a part of the video where I show what the changes actually look like. Hello everyone and welcome to the second part of this YouTube video. As you can see, I have my very wonderful new Reaver Phantom. Oh boy, this gun feels good. Okay, moving on to more important things. Here we have Chamber after the changes. I spoke about this in my 5.12 patch, but now I will show you what the changes actually look like. So, first of all, his trap now takes an entire goddamn century to activate. Did you see how long that took? That is 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. 4 whole seconds to activate. That is unbelievable. But one thing to be noted is that, as you can see, I am currently in the actual gameplay round. There's now a range of activation that you have to be in for Chamber's trap to actually be functional. And it takes 2 seconds for it to activate again, as well as 2 seconds for it to deactivate. It seems that if you don't let it deactivate and you walk back in, it will automatically reactivate, so you don't need to worry about it if you walk out of the range for a second. Really strong buff, and it also shows you the area of effect of the trap. You can see it's still very large. One thing to note is now if you've pushed on sight, let's say I put the spike down, one thing I can do is I can recall my trap to me. It will be on a cooldown, obviously. So what's the best way to show this? What if I go here, I turn off infinite abilities, turn that off, and then pop the trap down, bring it back. It is on a 30-second cooldown. There you go. But it can be recalled at any point during the match, and it can be recalled through any surface, no matter how far away you are. Looking at the next changes in the game, Chamber's teleport now works in a much more unique way. As you can see, there is only one anchor, and once this anchor has been put down, it is set down. There is no other anchor to put. You can just TP to it. Once picked up, it goes on a 30-second cooldown. There's no extra detriment to that cooldown. The second you TP, the cooldown begins, and the second the cooldown finishes, you can use it again. One thing of note is that now it's still on cooldown, so I can't really show you what I wanted to show you. But if it gets destroyed by any form of enemy abilities, not ally abilities, you do not get it back. It will remain destroyed for the whole remainder of the round. With the teleport set down, you can only walk up to about this far or here, and then the second you are out of its range, you lose the ability to teleport. However, the range is very forgiving, as you literally can have just your toe or your forehead inside of the range, and you can still TP all the way back to the center of the anchor. This makes Chamber a lot weaker as a character, because now he's a lot more risky whenever he does his plays. Like if I want to put my Chamber TP there, I can still use it the way I'd use the other one, but I don't have as much freedom as to how far I can push before I have to TP back. One thing I will say is that this change actually makes Chamber a lot easier and healthier to learn how to play, because instead of having 2 anchors, you need to learn how to use 1. Now, Chamber's Q now has a much higher and a much more inaccurate mid to range spray. As you can see, it literally shoots up very quickly. This doesn't mean that you won't be able to get away with mid-range spamming. It just means that you'll be way less likely to hit your shots. As you can see, the only one that really would have hit in the center is the first one, and then the other ones are sort of going past. Not as big of a nerf as you'd think. It's still pretty reliable. It's only from about this distance where the actual like impact of spamming the gun gets affected. But the thing that everyone cares about and everyone's been stressed about since the release of this godforsaken character, his ultimate. It's actually been nerfed way more than I thought it would be. Look at this. I'm going to press the trigger as fast as I can. I'll actually make you hear the clicks so you can see how long you have to wait in between each shot. So you could hear the fact that I was actually spamming the clicks on my mouse to shoot as fast as I could. And I cannot shoot until the actual reload animation of the sniper carries itself out. It is way slower than it used to be. In fact, I'm willing to believe that it's actually just as fast as the animation for the operator. Now, why would you want to use Chamber's op instead of the regular op? And the reason for that is, if you see, the pullout time is infinitely faster for Chamber's operator than the regular operator, as well as how quickly you can ADS with this operator. It still ADSs at the speed of the Marshal, it does not fire. So the handling is still more adjacent to that of the Marshal. It just fires slower than the Marshal now. That is Chamber done. Let's look onto other characters that have seen noticeable changes. Let's go with who's an important one. What was a really big change? Breach. There we go. This one's pretty big.
30 seconds left.
Breach's ult, as you can see, now requires 8 kills, which means that now if you're playing Breach, you're gonna really have to capitalize on using your ultimate the best way you can. That's the only change when it comes to Breach. Let's see. What was a character that was really impressing me? Killjoy.
30 seconds left.
Killjoy's ultimate now has way more health. Has an extra 50 points of health. Same area, same range, same number of kills required, as well as Killjoy's mollies now requiring to deal 20 damage to take out. So if there was a way for me to kill the Killjoy mollies, I would. Maybe if I swap teams, I wouldn't be able to do it. I'd have to restart the round. And there's no way for me to show you, sadly. But just know that now, a single classic shot from about this distance will not actually take out the Killjoy mollies, as well as most other utilities in the game. And that is all for this patch. I hope you guys enjoyed. As you can see, I am on Split right now. Split video will be coming out soon. I just want to make sure I make one looking at the old Split map, just so people have an idea of what to expect before the new Split comes out, and just so you get a general idea of the way the map plays. Thank you everyone for watching. I have been Eventer Black 3. As always, remember to like, share and subscribe. Let everyone know about the content if you enjoy it. And yeah, love you all. See you in the next one. Goodbye.